And that's, of course, everybody is very familiar after the shock announcement of the resignation of the previous chair, the former governor of Kaduna State. We now have a different person, Ali Dalori, to take over as acting APC chairman. Our guest this morning is Prince Hilliard Etta. He's he's aware of what it's like in those rarefied heights of the party politics. Himself being a former acting national chairman of APC and chairman, indeed, governing board of the National Youth Service Corps. Prince Hilliard, good morning to you.
Good morning, Yuri, and good morning, Nigerians. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. I guess the one way to look at it is that, look, just concern yourself with the fact that there is a new national chair. Maybe you don't need to go back to what happened to the last one, because he did tell us that he was going to take care of his health. That's on one level. The other level, of course, is that there might have been all sorts of things going on in the background, and that a request was actually made, to put it that way, to put it quaintly. A request was actually made for his resignation. And having tried what he could, he threw in the towel and did as he was bad. So I'm asking, what do you, being as high up in there, what can you say about this whole matter? First of all, that he was actually prevailed upon to resign.
Well, let me start by saying that when things like this happen in Nigeria, it attracts a lot of speculation, and I am not bothered to invest my time and energy in speculative business. The man gave the reason why he resigned. We must give him the benefit of the doubt. He resigned because he said he was going to take care of his health. And if you look at the constitution of the All Progressives Congress, it gives a process of continuation and succession. Now, the constitution says that if a national chairman resigns for whatever reason, that the deputy national chairman of the zone where he hails from takes over as the acting national chairman until such a time that the NEC provides a replacement. So what has happened now is His Excellency Governor Ganduje has resigned, and Alhaji Dalori, who happened to have been the Deputy National Chairman North, has taken over as the acting national chairman until such a time that the NEC will come out with who will replace Ganduje on a permanent basis.
Okay. It was a bit shocking, the announcement, because when the National Secretary made the announcement, I think there were words to the effect of, the power conferred, on him by the constitution of the party, and indeed the pleasure of the leader of the party. He was announcing that Ali Daori has taken over as the APC acting secretary, because you were just talking about, look, things are done in a particular way in APC. So there must be a synchronization between the party's constitution and the pleasure of the leader of the party.
Of course, there is no way that you can have a situation of that nature without the acting participation of the leader of the party. It is not just that the party must give respect to its leader. It must also call him to direct affairs when it is necessary. In such circumstances, where you have an emergency of such magnitude, of course, you must seek the leadership or the direction of the leader of the party, who happens to be the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it is nothing untoward. There is nothing strange about all of the things that culminated into having Alhaji Dalori as the acting national chairman for the party.
And one of the first, very first things that Ali Dalori said was that, you know, he was going to do his best to run affairs transparently. I'm just looking, because this thing happened, nobody understood where it's coming from, so we just have to listen onto every word and try and, you know, make up for politicians like you saying that I'm not going to engage in speculation.
My brother Yori, former governor of Kano State, you had earlier introduced him as governor of Kaduna. He was not governor of Kaduna. He was.
Did I say Kaduna? My bad. I'm so sorry about that.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out to me. It's Kano, not Kaduna.
Now, yes, the former governor of Kano State, His Excellency Abdullahi Ganduje, said he was resigning to take care of his health. Now, until anything else is proven, we have to take that at its face value. We cannot read any other thing into his resignation outside of what he has told us.
Yes.
That is the reason for his resignation.
Okay.
Taking into cognizance that Alhaji Ganduje is not himself a spring chicken. He is not, he's a fairly old man. So if the man says, look, this thing is tiring. I have been deputy governor for 8 years. I have been governor for 8 years. And now you have saddled me with this responsibility. It is affecting my health. I want to go take care of my health. We have to take it as it is, as he has said.
Okay.
You know, Nigerians are we're very good at speculations. We're very good at conspiracy theories. We're very good at imputing things that are not necessary. The man is an old man. He needs to take care of his health.
I hear what you're saying. And I think the most important thing I'm hearing is that, look, I don't want to go into that whole line of thinking. Just take it from what the formula that was dropped. It was a formula. Everybody uses that formula. Even sometimes when you want to resign from your work, you know, place, one kind way, you say I have to go and take care of my. If it's not family matters, it will be health. So it will amount to our speculation. But as I was saying, it's interesting. Maybe just coincidental that one of the first things that Ali Dalori says is that he was going to do his best to run affairs transparently. And I
mean, everyone, if you are given a responsibility by God and man, you decide how you are going to run that responsibility. Do you understand? Party administration requires a lot of transparency. And if the man says, look, in this little time that you have given to me to run this party, I'm going to do it transparently. It is good for him.
Yes.
Not just good for him, it is good for the party and it is good for the nation. You know, it has nothing to do with what happened in the past or what is going to happen in the future. Let's also say that we know that he's going to be a chairman of the party for a very short period of time. That our party, given our antecedents, given the constitution of the party, that position is going to be filled pretty quickly. Do you understand? But what we have to now concern ourselves with is what kind of man is going to take over from Ganduje? What kind of man are we expecting to take over from Dolori? And take over from Ganduje because he's going to take over as the national chairman. Okay? So these are the kinds of discussions that we must have as the ruling party of Nigeria.
Yes, exactly. So what kind of a man, in your wisdom, you, as I was saying, you're not a spring chicken when it comes to APC affairs. What kind of a man is APC now looking for, seeing as the term of the former chairman, that is what he must be called now, it was abrogated suddenly. So what kind of a man is like the template that APC is now looking for? Because in this kind of a situation, we don't have too much to go by. So we can only take it one step at a time. So what kind of a man are we looking for?
Okay. Now in 2013, when we all came together to form the APC, we gave Nigerians some kind of contracts and said, this is what we're going to be. We're going to be different in this. In fact, the major pillars of what the contract that we sold to Nigerians was, number one, that we're going to be ideologically different. Number two, that we're going to institutionalize internal democracy within our party. And then that we're going to be a people's party, you know, a party that is run essentially by the members of the party. Okay? Now, how many years, about 11 years down the line, or 12 years down the line, we as members of the party have come to the realization that we have not achieved those goals. First of all, we need to build the party on a platform and the pillars of ideas. Because, look, two iconic individuals came together to make for the formation of the APC and made for us to win that election in 2015. Those two iconic individuals were the former President Buhari and the present President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, in 2031, at the expiration of Asiwaju's second term in office, we as a party must have, beyond these two individuals, we must have ideas that we must use to propagate the party, to sell the party to Nigerians, to market the party. So number one of the things, we expect three cardinal things from the next chairman. Number one, the distinguishing of our party on the basis of ideas. Everybody must know that, look, the APC stands, this is where the APC stands on education. This is where the APC stands on agriculture. This is where the APC stands on health. This is where APC stands on taxation, on foreign relations, trade. These are some of the things that we must develop. We must develop a body of ideas that will see us go beyond the period, the era of these two iconic individuals that will end in 2031. That is number one. Number two, we must spend time, energy, all resources that is required to institutionalize internal democracy in our party. Results of internal elections must reflect the wishes of the membership of the party. That will engender unity, it will engender cohesion and respect, and it will engender what I will call a sense of belonging to every member of the party. The third one is that we must take the party away from the big men and give it back to the membership of the party.
Okay,
so
all right.
The work for the next chairman is cut out for him.
Okay. One moment, Prince.
It is not going to...
One moment.
Yes.
I beg your pardon, Prince. Thank you very much. One moment. There's a caller who's been waiting on the line, and I wanted you to finish the three conditions you just finished speaking about. Good morning, Mr. George, and thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please.
I'm hearing you faintly, but I don't know if you can hear me well.
We can hear you.
All right. Uncle Yori, the APC people are dodging answers. That's what I observed from them since this incident happened. I do, as an external observer, I'm not a member of the APC. The party has to be very careful in making calculations. The dynamics that had occurred between 2023 and now, there are many. And the situation is not the same again. What I'm hearing from some of their members is that they want to swap the vice president for another northerner. Those calculations can misfire. If they are not careful, they could divide the support they have in the north and give Atiku and his people an opportunity to penetrate them. I do not see, Ganduje, for example, has helped the party to win so many people to the party. They should point out one thing he has done since he became chairman that became detrimental to the party. It's good to make calculations, but you have to be careful not to miscalculate.
All right.
A word is enough for the wise. That's what I have for the APC people.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. Good morning to you. Prince Hilliard, there's a lot of stuff out there, so you just heard part of it.
Well, Nigerians link up. If you give them the opportunity, they will even link up the death of Jesus Christ to what happened to Ganduje. Look, the best way to deal with issues is to deal with them with the understanding of the issues, with the facts available for the issues.
Yeah, but sorry, sir. It's interesting that you said. It's interesting that you said what happened to Ganduje. It's interesting that was
what I mean by his resignation.
Okay.
I mean, if the man says, look, I want to take care of. Is it that the party is so scared to come out and say this is the reason that we forced this man out? We did not force this man out. For me, who is seated in this your studio, the only thing that I know is the thing that I am going to concentrate myself on.
Okay.
When I do not have facts to back up any kind of speculation, I stay away from them.
Okay, and this is one such case.
For me, what I know is the letter that he issued as to the reason for his resignation.
Yes.
Outside of that, my brother, I have absolutely no facts to back up any kind of speculation.
All right, and you've been very consistent on that point. Elder David in Alimosho, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Yori.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much, sir. Are you hearing me well?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Thank you very much. What is happening in APC is a true democracy just because people are not involved or speculating. Ganduje have done very well as a chairman since he took over. And since APC came into existence, we have so many chairmen who have done very well. So the issue of somebody saying he was forced to resign, no. Don't believe that. This is not PDP where a president went to somebody's house and said resign after dining with him and threatening him. No. They have done what is right. And APC is getting more grants. And like what I will tell you here, I'm talking as a politician, as a member of APC who was in PDP before.
Okay.
That this party will do to 2031 because the program of grants will make every common Nigerian to embrace this party. Even the first lady is even doing more than what the president is doing. Is it the free education you are talking about? No, let us think so. We that our grandfather, we know what it is.
Okay. All right, sir.
And we thank this government. They are come to change it within only 2 years. Look at what is going on all over.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Elder David, for calling in. Maybe let me just, we have a film clip where the acting chairman has been making some comments. We'll play that and then continue with this.
Okay.
To all party members and the stakeholders, I urge us to stay united. Political transition obtained created uncertainty, but we must not allow it to breed disunity. We must avoid actions and words that divide us and focus on what binds us, our shared belief in the promise of Nigeria and the future of the APC. In days ahead, I will share with you a practical roadmap to guide our work during this interim period. It will cover key areas such as party discipline, reconciliation, communication and member mobilization, and broader stakeholder engagement.
Okay, Ali Dalori, the APC acting chairman, is just days in office, and we're speaking with Prince Hilliard Etta, former acting national chairman of APC, as well as currently chairman, governing board of the National Youth Service Corps. When you were speaking about the kind of things, the expectations for the incoming, for the acting chair that we have now, his time is limited right up until, you know, when the meeting shall be held to ratify certain matters. But you distinguish. Okay, let me take Benga from Abuja before I continue. Good morning, Benga in Abuja.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Carry on, Benga.
Good morning, Mr. Yori.
Good morning to you, sir. Carry on, please.
Good morning to your guest. My name is Benga from Abuja.
Okay. Go ahead.
Good morning. Ganduje, the traction that he's getting, to me, I'm surprised. Ganduje has done a lot of work for APC, a chairman that brought a whole state structure to his party. And he has done very well. Since he brought it in, APC have been winning, both away and home.
Well, we lost that call, but the things that he said, are important. You heard him say, Prince, that Dangote, the former chairman now, that he's done very, very well for the party. And you yourself, in fact, even the acting chair now, Ali Dalori, has commended him. So one is then wondering, all these commendations, this whole thing is being handled in political speak, of which only a few people really understand the matter. But we're going by your counsel. Say, look, let's just look at what is written, what the letter that has been read out. Let's just stay with that and leave the rest. But the question I was going to ask is, one of the things that you said you look forward to in the new occupant of the office is an ability to distinguish on your party on the basis of ideas. You're talking ideology here. I would wager that you just set in one of the most difficult tasks, because there are those who say that in Nigeria, are we talking about Nigeria here? You can't talk about ideology. We are a poor country, we're a developing country, and so ideologies will be similar across the board. Good health, more roads, more infrastructure. No party can afford not to say that. So how do you think anybody in this stage of our development is going to come up with, a sort of an ideology for the party? This is what has been said consistently through the years when it comes to the matter of what are the political parties' ideologies. Do you believe that your party, the APC, has a discernible ideology right now as we speak?
Well, that is exactly what I was saying. I was trying to tell you that when we formed this party, one of the things that we sold to Nigerians was that we're going to be different. Going to be different in the ideas upon which we are going to approach governance.
Yes.
And those ideas, a body of them, you can call them ideology, you can call them an approach, you can call them whatever you want. But I remember, I was a young boy. I remember that in those days, you could differentiate the UPN from the NPN on the basis of their ideas. The UPN was talking about free education, rural integration, free health services. I think they had 4 cardinal programs. And then the NPN was talking about national unity. There has to be something that you have to sell.
Yes. That is unique.
To Nigerians.
That is unique to your own party.
Yeah, that is unique to you. Now, if you look at what has been done by our party in the past 10 years, okay? You have seen some social intervention programs that is quite unique to our party. Do you understand? This has to be developed by our party to make for Nigerians to understand that anytime you have an APC government, we are going to concentrate on the social intervention programs. Now, the president has come to do a lot in the area of youth empowerment. You're talking about the students' loan scheme, you're talking about the Nigerian Youth Fund, you're talking about so many kinds of things that he has done in the area of youth emancipation and empowerment. That can become a body or an idea within the body of ideas that the party can, capture and make it our own. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir?
I do get you.
So that when you are going to the ballot, you look at in the area of taxation. Look at what the president has done in the tax areas, where he has completely taken away a lot of burden for the common man. For people who are earning between 80,000 downwards in Nigeria, they're not supposed to be paying tax anymore. Okay. I mean, another party can come and say, no, everybody should pay tax.
I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? So so on the basis of this, we have to develop, we have to have conferences between the party and civil organizations and other bodies that are interested in the well-being of Nigeria to enhance those ideas and make it our own such a way that we are easily discernible, we are easily distinguishable. You can distinguish us from other parties. This is exactly what I mean.
Okay. Mr. Yakub, thank you very much for holding on. Please go ahead now.
Yeah. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to our guests, even though it takes much of my time on the call. Chief, let me begin by saying this. Can you hear me, sir? Please give
we can hear you.
You are hearing me.
We can hear you.
Maybe you are hearing me.
Can you hear us?
Hello?
We can hear you. Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much once again. Yeah, let me start saying this. One of our callers that called us, I think from Ikotunde, that they said he made mention something which I needed to point out. Or let me say, correct a little bit in there. Some of us are sympathizers of this party. We campaign for the party in our own locality here, even though nobody knows us. But we do that on our own peril because we need the good governance, not because we expect anything, but rather than just good governance, everybody should know that, yes, we are in democracy. Then, once again, let me even give thanks to you, sir. I always say this. This is only program giving us opportunity to let the power that be to have our mind. And then you continue to do this for years to come. God Almighty continue to bless you guys. Now, I'm saying that the editor says that the APC as a party is going to continue to rule this country for years to come, like 30 years to come. I want to correct that one impression that he had. Even though some of us are sympathizers of this party, they should be able to learn from what make the PDP fall. Then take lesson from that. Because if he says, I want to continue ruling for that years to come, you have to put some certain thing right. And then let the Nigerian citizens benefit from the politics of the day when you were ruling. So if you continue to do something good, yes, you can stay for long. But the only thing I knew is that even the former party chairman, in person of the former governor of Kano State, Alhaji Ganduje, that resigned. Even somebody wants to resign, as you rightly said earlier, from your working place, you need to say something, maybe family, maybe health or whatever. But we that outsider, we have insider as well. We know what is going on. But the only thing and the message we need to pass to our leaders is that they should be able to calculate very well. They should not leave any stone, any stone on top, because if you miscalculate it, it may backfire to the party. Yes, you may see the party. There's one thing Yoruba called Iruwa Ogiriwa now. Yes, Iruwa Ogiriwa now. You may see some comments within those guys that are coming in
Iruwa Ogiriwa, Iruwa Ogiriwa, an all-comers affair. I was just trying to further make you understandable.
Going strong.
Okay.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. When you use that Yoruba expression, Iruwa Ogiriwa, I was just trying to add in there that what it means is that it's become an all-comers affair, and I think you were warning against that. That we have to be careful it doesn't become an all-comers affair. Well, okay. So, Prince Hilliard, You heard that gentleman there. He's going towards, you know, people. Okay, I've been asked to take a break. So what I'll do is that let me take a break, be back, and there will be less interruptions. Do please stay with us.
Every weekday on Business Nigeria, we uncover the secrets of the financial world.
We analyze the stock market, shares, bonds, and the thrilling world of cryptocurrency.
Facts matter. Our team dives deep to separate fact from popular opinion.
We simplify complex government policies as it impacts your everyday life, helping you navigate the ever-changing financial landscape.
Watch Business Nigeria every weekday at 2 p.m. only on TVC News. First with breaking news.
Okay, welcome back. Our guest is Prince Hilliard Etta, former acting national chairman of APC, currently chairman governing board NYSC, and we have a guest on the phone, Mr. Bashorun. Good morning to you, sir. Hello, is it Mr. Bashorun or Chief Bashorun? Bashorun is on the line. Good morning. Did you hear?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I just heard you just now.
I just said the first thing that you are no more my uncle on television. I've adopted you now as my blood uncle. Sincerely speaking.
Okay. All right then.
Okay.
You are Mr. Bashorun. Please, you can't listen to yourself on TV. It will be yes, sir.
Speaking, my leader in the studio has said some things.
All right.
And I love what the brother Yaku said too. We should not lose this sight. I'm an APC loyalist.
I hear you.
APC loyalist.
Yes.
Every blood in me is APC. But we should be careful with unnecessary arrogance.
Okay. Okay.
Unnecessary arrogance.
Okay.
On
Indeed.
the surface, our former chairman said he's resigning based on it. If not because of a busybody. That's what he told us. I don't expect anybody to start investigating why he left. At his age, sincerely speaking, his head may not carry the burden of what is coming in front of him. His head may not be able to carry it.
All right.
Say he has left, Nigeria should take it as such that I'm leaving because of health.
Okay.
When that Moshimole was leaving, he told the whole world that they wanted to push him away. If they are pushing Ganduje away at this stage, he will be able to tell the whole world. But the man came that his head cannot carry the burden of his responsibility. Anybody that wants to hear his wife, probably should consult an oracle to tell him why he left.
I hear you.
The important thing, two people I love today. I think it's Yakubu too that used the word
Iruwa Ogiriwa.
Yes.
Yeah, an all-comer affair.
Yes. We should be careful of these people that are coming. We should not mortgage any of our official leaders, our loyalist leaders, for somebody that is just coming now. It may be dangerous.
All right.
Somebody raised the issue of the vice president. Me, I would take it as a rumor from the field of air.
All right.
The president don't have any reason to say he want to change the president, vice president. These are the little things the opposition will be dropping, discouraged to cause trouble within us.
Okay.
My leader here, that's why I'm giving one. They are closer to the leaders of the party than people like myself. I'm from Ondo State. Okay. I can influence my own thing from Ondo State. But the person sitting down there can influence at national level. The issue of our vice president, please, the party should manage those crises very well. Because these are the problems that the PDP people are throwing the what they call them, this is one for me, they are gangsters. These are the things they are saying to the people to make sure that they divide the party. We should be very careful. We can root to the end of the world, but we should not be arrogant about it. We should laugh at what happened.
All right, then.
Personally, when PDP was there, I never believed that
Mr.
somebody can push them away.
I get you, sir. Thank you very much.
Miracle.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bashorun. Got all the points that you made, and I'm sure Prince Hilliard Etta also heard all of those points. People seem to be, for them to be talking like this, you can see that they are not throwing out the whole idea. Let me not call it anything more than idea. You would probably call it speculation, that they're trying to make room for an incoming giant in the party. So this is what it's all about. But you said that, can we play less on a speculation? So I'll just leave that.
Let me, Yuri, let me address two issues.
Sure.
That I have gotten from the callers, about the three callers that called the program.
Sure thing.
There is no arrogance in our party. The reason I say so is for anyone who is arrogant, he will do very little thinking that the results don't matter. He will get his way whether he has results or not. If we were arrogant, Mr. President would not be killing himself doing the kinds of, bringing about the kinds of reforms that he's bringing into the country. And so I believe that this party is not arrogant at all. We have never said as a party that we're going to rule Nigeria forever. That would be atrocious. In fact, that would be undemocratic and unpatriotic. That we cannot say so. We rule at the pleasure of Nigerians. And so whenever they say that they are tired of us, that is when we stop. So we have never, this party, whether at the party level or at the government level, has never been arrogant. In fact, because of the kinds of reforms that the party has brought through, Mr. President, to reset Nigeria, the disadvantages or the downline of these reforms is that a lot of people are going through very serious economic dislocations. And every day, both from the president, the ministers, the governors, we plead with Nigerians for patience. This is not how arrogant people behave. So I don't think that our party is arrogant. I don't think that our government is arrogant.
Okay.
Now, there are lots and lots of speculations especially in the social media. Now, if you have apparatchiks or leadership of the party come to dwell on speculations that perhaps 100 or 90% of those speculations wrought by opposition, brought to come and destabilize our party, and you expect the leadership of the party to be drawn to such strategy, to fall for such strategies of the opposition. It therefore shows that leadership of that party hasn't learned or is not up to its responsibility. That is why I'm saying, look, the party has the structure to interface with our members, to interface with Nigerians on every aspect of the party, on every situation of all circumstances of the party. So if you heard the last speaker say that when Oshomole was leaving office, he said that there are people who are pushing him out, because that was what happened at that time. Remember, I served under Oshomole and I took over from him within the short period that I took over from him. And that was a fact. He was pushed out, and he said so. He did not mince words.
Okay.
So if this man says, look, I am going to go sort my health, why don't you believe him until something else crops up?
Okay. All right.
That's number one. Number two,
Can I just, I beg your pardon, before number 2, please hold it in memory.
I have a problem with my earpiece.
Oh, okay. Hold it in memory. I wanted to bring on Divine in Minna, who has been waiting for quite a bit. So I'll come back to you on that. Good morning, Divine.
Hold it in memory. I wanted to bring on Divine in Minna, who has been waiting for quite a bit. So I'll come back to you on that. Good morning, Divine.
Divine, your television is on. You can't listen to us through your television. Good morning, Divine.
My name is not Divine. My name is Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, I'm so sorry.
My name is Ibrahim.
Ibrahim in Minna.
Not Divine. Ibrahim from
Ibrahim in Minna.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead now, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
I want to quickly I want to quickly say a few words on this issue. That as far as the resignation of the APC chairman is concerned, it is not an unusual thing. It has happened at all times. Even when the PDP was taking sway, even within the APC we are talking about. So most of the time, I think the party will look at the larger interest. The larger interest will always prevail. The reason Ganduje has tendered, as far as I'm concerned, I know in Nigeria, even though you don't want to work on speculation, we don't want to talk about what we don't know, like your guest say there, because there are so many things on the social media that is traveling here and there. But I personally know that no Nigerian political office holder that will resign on his own volition, even when he's on sick bed, when even he's on oxygen chamber or he's on wheelchair or even taking dialysis, he will not want to resign. And this is a common thing. This is what we know. So something will have happened, and we don't want to delay ourselves having to wait till when a time will come, they will say it out. But what is important here, as far as I'm concerned, is that I think APC should still concentrate more on in convincing people with this program that this program they are doing has benefit that is coming in future. Because as far as majorities are looking at it now, particularly at the grassroots, we are affecting the impact. We are not affecting the projection. How is it affecting people now? It is we interact with people. And as a party person, you can't come and say, your party is not doing. Those will not be acceptable. It will be. But we know that APC, looking at the scorecard, as far as the markets are concerned, you have to do more. Because I had malaria the other time. I went to the hospital. I know how much I spent to feed. All these things are common basic necessity of life that is traumatizing Nigerians with the reform program that is being brought. If reform may achieve its objective in future, but where is the gap? Is it when everybody have given up?
Okay, I hear you.
The return will still come in.
Ibrahim, thank you very much for calling in. We got your point. We got what you're saying. Thank you very much for calling in. We do indeed get your point. Okay, let me come back to you on the APC acting chair, Ali Dalori. And the other thing that you said the members of the party will be looking towards is how to institutionalize internal discipline. Internal democracy.
Democracy.
Well, it comes almost to the same thing, internal democracy. And I suppose you can link party discipline to that. Because usually,
you see that's what I wanted to correct. I did not say that these things the three things that we expect must be done by Dolori. Dolori has Alhaji Dolori has but a few weeks or a few months at best.
Yes.
To manage the affairs of the party. I'm looking up to the one who will substantially succeed Ganduje as chairman of the party, who has a 4-year term. And I am saying that these are the 3 core things that needs the focus of the chairman, that needs for the party to invest its time, its energy, and its intellect on, and change the narratives and change the trajectory of the party. Because this is what we promised our people, this is what we promised the party members, and this is what we promised Nigerians.
Okay.
We must take it to the wire. We must take those 3 things to the wire. The first one is that we must distinguish ourselves on the basis of ideas. Number 2, that we must institutionalize internal democracy within the party. And that number 3, we must give back the party to the members of the party and take it from strong men.
Which is furthering internal democracy again. And I understand you perfectly.
Yes.
I understand you perfectly when you said that you know, it's about it's not necessarily for Ali Dalori, but for the next chairman, and that will be at the what?
Yes.
At a meeting, the date of which is to be announced, and I'm sure that will be announced very shortly. You were saying you were. Okay, let me take Mr. Adekunle calling in from Abeokuta. Good morning, Mr. Adekunle in Abeokuta.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm listening to people and I mean your guests in the studio. Well, submission. But I want to talk about this Ganduje's resignation. I always ask this question. I don't know the reason why people are always using paracetamol for other people's headache. Because this is an old man, an educated man, governor for 8 years, and a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Are we saying that this man doesn't know what he really wants for himself? The man is old. He said on health challenges, he wants to resign. And we are now trying to look for a way. You see, all these things, I see it as just a political game. To let what is happening in PDP to happen in APC. PDP, as we have it now, we know what is happening there. Everybody are just scattered in this arena, although, as at their meeting yesterday, they are trying to come back. I think that is what some people are trying to do in the same APC. And that will not be good for our politics. This is the ruling party. Whether people like it or not, like as for me, I am not a party man. I don't belong to any political party. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm an ardent supporter of Mr. President. I'm not an APC man. So I think I want to advise people to just allow this country be. Let the president do his work. Let Nigeria have peace.
Okay.
We are going too far on this issue all this of Ula Balu that is. It shouldn't take us anywhere. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Adekunle. When you heard that, people should desist from taking Panadol for someone else's headache. Let people be. He's given us the formula that we are well used to in Nigeria. We don't always know the meaning of the formula, but at least we know it's a formula. So we just have to leave it at that. Now, I wanted to return to a very interesting point that you made in the 3 ideas that you said the leadership of the party should pursue. If not now, if not immediately, it can't be done in months. At least somebody who has a 4-year term. Taking the party and giving it back to its members. Now, that's a big one. That's really a big one. In fact, I was going to ask you, as soon as you mentioned it, that is that really realistic? Can the party be given, quote unquote, to its members like that?
It's possible. I remember in the last primaries of the party, a friend of mine was going to contest for, I think, a senatorial election in one of the states of the South. And he was quite strong on the ground. And because he was quite strong, somebody invited him to the National Secretariat and told him, somebody very high up, told him that that state had been handed over to a particular person. Let me not mention the names.
Okay.
And it broke my heart. It broke my heart. And this has been what has been happening. Now, when we were in the NWC, when we were in the party and running the party, there was a process that we were trying to bring to the party. And I think that if that process is concluded, then the party will be taken from big men and given to the membership of the party. Now, what was it about? It was about the payment of dues. The payment of dues, because for the party to be independent of big men, the party itself must be run independent of the big men. And the only way the party can be run independent of the big men is if all members subscribe to their dues and become financial members of the party.
Yes.
And we brought a process that would have made it possible for each member, millions of them that we have in the party, to part with 50 naira every month as the dues of the party. And that would have made the party to be strong at the national level, at the state level, and at the local government level, in such a way that the party will not go cap in hand for support from the big men, who would now take the opportunity of now carving out the party to themselves and becoming, making the party, breaking the party down to fiefdoms and becoming some form of kings over the party. So there are so many ways, there are so many processes and so many competencies that can be developed and made for the returning of the party to the membership of the party. So it is possible. It is possible. We know how to do it. It can be done. There are so many people outside there that can do it. They can do it for us on the basis of on consultancy. So it is possible for us to do so. Now, let me also tell you that what dealt the death knell on the PDP was lack of internal democracy and this big man syndrome.
Okay.
Those two things made for the death of the PDP.
And APC has to watch out for them.
And we have to learn from history. We have to learn from history. We cannot play ostrich to history. And it is not history that happened 100 years ago. It is history that happened a few years down the line. And we must not repeat those mistakes. We must make it possible for our party to give party members internal democracy. So that when somebody wins his primaries, he becomes the candidate of the party without let nor hindrance.
Well, I hear you.
And then the party must be different from the big men. A governor cannot sit down and bring out all the senators, bring out all the House of Reps members, bring out all the House of Assembly members. Of course, that makes for some form of bile against the party. And over time, when that becomes so congealed, it becomes a faction. Do you understand? And if they have a voice, it breaks the party.
Okay. Well, I hear you. I hear you, and I want to thank you very much. I'm going to take this personally as part of the roadmap of the chairman that will be taking over from Ganduje, as you had explained. That is to say, we leave the interim arrangements to one side because, as you said, just a few more months at the best. But thank you very much for coming along and helping us understand it a bit better and indeed sort of teaching us how we should just accept what we are given. For now, this is what has been put on ground. Accept that. Let's move forward. Let's plan ahead. And I'm really looking forward to some of the things that you said. Thank you very much, Prince Hilliard Etta, former acting national chairman of APC and chairman of the National Youth Service Corps, for coming on our program this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I give Ganduje his flowers.
Indeed.
He did a fantastic job for our party.
Okay, then.
And we thank him.
All right, then. Okay, so that's that then. See you tomorrow for a fresh edition of the program. I'm Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.
To keep taxpayers informed about tax processes and innovations that simplify tax remittance, the Federal Inland Revenue Service's new weekly program, Tax File, has debuted. Airing on television channels nationwide, Tax File features engaging segments. That's not all. We also have Tax File Special, where we bring in top business owners and CEOs to share their journey to success, with emphasis on how the understanding of taxation contributed in their rise to the top. Showing on this channel every Thursday by 9:30 p.m.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadinihi. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Every second, every minute, every hour, and every day, time doesn't just tick away. It counts down to political decisions that shape our world.
This country must move.
Imagine the impact these decisions have on our lives. Some are consequential, others may leave us intrigued or baffled.
You will have no better friend and partner than Nigeria.
Step in and feel the frenzy like never before. Join me every weekday for an hour of fact-finding interviews where questions cut to the core.
How would you say your administration has fared in these sectors?
I will dig in to get to the heart of issues, from local politics to global insight. Join me as I unearth the power plays, jaw-dropping revelations, and the unfiltered truth. This isn't just politics, it's unraveling the stories that matter. Brace yourself for Politics Tonight every weekday at 8 p.m, where every decision echoes along the corridors of our lives. Politics Tonight, only on TVC News.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and thank you for joining us on TVC Midday News. The Ad hoc Committee on River State has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the sole administrator of the state, Ibok Etebas, to submit a breakdown of major items in the proposed 1.48 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. Now, the committee issued this ultimatum at a budget defense session in Abuja. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adesa reports.
Yourself and your constituency.
The Ad hoc Committee continues its scrutiny of Rivers State's proposed 2025 spending plan of 1.48 trillion naira. The committee has gone through the budget estimates as presented by the sole administrator. The legislators queried the allocation of 24 billion naira for CCTV cameras to be installed in the state government house, demanding for its breakdown. They also questioned the allocation of 30 billion naira for the purchase of gunboats and 23 billion naira earmarked for contingency reserves.
I've also requested for details of the last 3 months allocation plus the IGR of the state to enable us know your financial flows.
We see a total of 264 billion naira just for State House.
Just responded to say that all the funds of local governments are paid directly to the local government administrators.